If I was to tell you that this is a future rocket, would you believe me? Apparently it is. This is my Insta360 camera on a spinny tripod. It's a real thing. This is exactly what this new rocket system does. It spins the rocket so fast using centrifugal force, and something just fell off. And basically, before you know it, your lens is getting scratched. Basically, before you know it, you've got a rocket up in space. Wow. When I heard about this technology, I was like, OMG, I make daily videos. This sounds really, really cool. So this is what it looks like potentially on a landscape, right? They haven't actually built that kind of thing yet, but they've built something. Let me show you. This is what the interior of this thing looks like, right? And this is the actual satellite potentially hurtling out of this vacuum chamber, right? There's like a bit of a a sheet of plastic, I guess, a very thin sheet of tarpaulin. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, this prevents the air from going inside of it, so they can have a vacuum, so they can spin it much faster, right? This is interesting. So quickly reading it from this website, and then I'm going to show you the actual website of the actual company. So dizzying, SpinLaunch hurls rocket into space by spinning them around really fast, really fast. So getting rockets into space takes a lot of energy. Historically, that energy has involved turning a lot of fuel to make rockets fly high into the sky and out of Earth's atmosphere. Well, the company SpinLaunch, like I said, we're going to show you them in a second. However, they've had another idea entirely. They've gone spinning mad, if you ask me. Now, what if we just spun those rockets around really fast and just let them go? That's their idea, right? The idea does indeed sound crazy to the average person. That must mean I'm pretty average, apparently. But SpinLaunch had their first test in late October and proved that their suborbital accelerator, the first step in creating a kinetic launch system to get satellites into low Earth orbit, this thing works apparently. Check out the video here in a second. I'll quickly show you that in a second. But the suborbital accelerator, which at 50.4 meters is taller than the Statue of Liberty. Wow! Now there's a video and a photo of this. I'm going to show you this in a second, right? Now this operates 800 to 5,000 miles per hour. Now for context, the speed of sound is about 761 miles per hour. So that's over six times faster if my math is correct. And knowing my math, I'm probably wrong, but I think I'm correct. It's over 6 times faster than the speed of sound just to get something into space. That's truly incredible. Now the company's first launch saw them successfully propel a test vehicle at supersonic speeds. Supersonic! And recover the reusable portion. Now we could read a bit more, but I think we want to watch the video. What do you guys reckon? I think we should absolutely watch it. Now what we're going to do, we're going to make it a little faster than normal, so that way we get to see it at a fast speed, I guess you could say. I don't know, but yeah, want to keep this video as small as possible. My face is probably really, really big, so I will remove my face from time to time to show you guys what's actually on the screen. But look at this thing really spinning really fast. Really fast. And there it is. I mean, it's basically flying through that piece of plastic sheet into the air, into the atmosphere, right? And if they spin that thing fast enough, there's the team. I mean, that's going into space. Now, there is I could have researched this before I made this video, and there's a mosquito in my room, but I didn't. And I didn't swat it. I tried to get him, but it didn't work. The world's fastest thing ever moved. I think one of the world's fastest things ever moved is a manhole cover. Have you guys heard about this? The world's fastest thing ever moved by humans is a manhole cover. During the testing of the nuclear bombs in the Nevada desert, is it New Mexico or Nevada? Probably Nevada, if it's the Nevada desert, right? But yeah, they put a manhole cover on top of this area where the bomb was, and the nuclear bomb, right? One of those first tests went off, and the manhole cover was estimated to fly so fast that it would have left Earth's atmosphere and continued on in space forever onwards. It's gone. that manhole cover as basically in space right now. Maybe that will become a projectile on some sort of planet someday. You never know. So that's interesting if you didn't know that, right? But that was just that quick little video. This is the actual website of SpinLaunch themselves. And if you guys were interested in actually working for them, they are hiring. They are hiring people to work for them. You can basically look at this thing go through the the sheet of airproof sheet, right? I mean, if you want to work for this, you can become the new SpaceX Elon Musk potentially employee, potentially, right? This is interesting. Look at it. Bam. Let me scroll down and show you guys. So if you guys want to read that, please do. But that's basically that piece of sheet where the projectile comes out from. A really interesting technology. Centrifugal force. My only concern with this technology is that, I mean, the internal components inside of this device, this rocket, I mean, it looks like a freaking rocket going into space, right? It looks like an actual, ICBM, International, I can't even say it. You know, those things that I have a big stick. America has a big stick. China has a big stick. Yeah, my big stick's bigger. I've got more nukes than you. It looks like a nuclear warhead pretty much. But, I mean, if you're going to be shooting something that fast into space, the centrifugal force would surely destroy the internal components of this, well, the payload of this stuff, right? I mean, the faster you spin something, the higher the G-force. It's like when you're in a car and you go around a bend too quickly. You move, right? If you're on a roller coaster, you feel your face and your lips and your body go, oh, that is G-force. There's a guy on YouTube who's a 9G pilot, and he's a 9G legend for staying awake during 9Gs in a test laboratory setting, right? And he's become a legend on YouTube and on social media because he's one of the only kind of people that to stay awake during 9Gs. There's a video of it. You can go see it yourself, right? But the amount of G-force that would be exerted. Now I sound smart, see? I wasn't before, but now I am, right? ICBM, there we go. The amount of G-force that would be exerted on this payload would be ridiculously huge, right? And the more the G's, the higher the chance the internal components would just disintegrate inside this thing, right? Whatever the satellite may be, all right? So here is kind of an interactive website, and you can literally hover your mouse over here and it shows you things. Let me show you in a second. So obviously the Statue of Liberty is 46 meters tall. This thing is a bit taller. All right, there we go with that. Going down a bit more, this is its internal components. So, I mean, yeah, it says hover over the highlighted components. So there we go. Sonic flow reduction cavities. If you want to read that, read that. The largest span vacuum chamber. A 1,000-ton steel vacuum chamber maintains the low pressures required for sustained high-speed operation of the tether, minimizing aerothermal heating. That's some big words right there. Remove my face very quickly so you guys can see the next one. Vacuum plant manifold, is it? Interesting, if you guys want to read that. All right. And the next one, if you guys want to read that, then, please do. Should we read that one? Nah, that's boring. Science is boring. Advanced composite tether. High performance carbon fiber tether supports the projectile as it accelerates to its launch speed. So, I mean, there is some really interesting information on this website. If you were interested in science like I am, and I am interested in science, see? Then you could absolutely check on this website, right? Vacuum chamber. The vacuum chamber is a steel cylinder measuring 300 feet. And we're going to quickly change picture-in-picture to here so you guys can see a bit better, with me at least. 300 feet in diameter. Now the low pressure environment allows the tether to spin at nearly 5,000 miles per hour with minimal aerodynamic heating and drag. Awesome. Hypersonic tether. So there we go, made of high strength carbon fiber. I mean, if you guys want to read that, please do. But this is such an interesting concept. And before now, none of us had ever thought about this. Maybe you thought about it, but, a lot of us thought about Uber. I can build Uber, I can make Uber. Well, you didn't. Did you think about Airbnb before it came into existence? Maybe you did, but someone else did it first. All right? What do you guys think about this technology? It would revolutionize getting payloads up into space a lot faster and safer, probably? I don't know. Cheaper. But it's interesting tech, right? This is an interesting one. Let me just quickly read this for you guys. So the exit tunnel. Ultra high speed airlock doors that operate faster than the blink of an eye, basically, prevent the vacuum chamber from repressurization after the launch vehicle is released. I mean, wow. This technology is incredible. And you know me, I talk about science stuff and technology stuff in almost every video. I mean, we do videos every single day, but some of them is unboxings and stuff like that. But wow, when I saw this, I thought my subscribers, all 800 of you so far, would like this. If you like this, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new here, we're on 2 different YouTube channels. 2 in 1. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Tallboy Gareth. I'm gonna go to bed. It's really, really late. It's like 2 in the morning. I've been told. My name's Gareth, and say yes to science and no to drugs, kids. I love you. Bye bye.